The beauty of the Greek islands. Sitting right by the seaside, enjoying a beautiful meal. I've been wanting to show you a gigantic plate of food, and I found the perfect place. This wonderful place, whose name is really hard to pronounce, but it's right by the main port of Paros in the Greek islands, in the Cyclades. It has a huge, gigantic seafood platter, and there is an entire variety of different things that we can try here that's available throughout the Greek islands. I also have a local beer from the islands as well, Nissos, Greek Island Pilsner, and I'm enjoying the views of Paros right over here. So today, join me for a meal here in the Greek islands. Oh wow, what do we have here? Let's see. We have a gigantic platter with beetroot right in the middle. We have fava beans. I'm not entirely sure what the other one is. Maybe tzatziki, but doesn't look like it. Maybe something else. We have anchovies. We have another type of fish, which I don't know what it is. We have an octopus, a zucchini patty, domades, and some cucumbers and tomatoes. And we got some bread. And bread tends to be really good in Greece. But I'm super hyped to try this, especially the octopus. This is a good value, 18 euro. This is really meant for 2 people, but I'm hungry and I want to try a variety of things, so I'm getting this. They also have 4 people option for 34 euro. Paros is a bit more expensive than Naxos, so one would spend just a little bit more, but this is exciting. I'm so hyped to try this out along with the beer as well. And look at my views one more time before we dig into the food. There's a ferry passing right in here. Ferries are coming in and out. We see one of the other islands there in the distance. Lots of bars here in this area. And Paros is dead during the day. A lot of people are out at the beach. No one's out eating at this time. And it's already 5 and still people are not eating yet. Hello Wendy, hello everyone, welcome to the broadcast. Let's eat some Greek food here. I'm really hyped to show you some Greek food with these beautiful views that we can all enjoy together. And I admittedly am a little bit disappointed by Paros. I thought Paros would be more interesting, but by far Naxos, they sound very similar. Naxos with the N is way more interesting. There's more life in Naxos at this time of day. Paros is pretty dead here. So Naxos, I think the reason there's more life is because there's more Greek people. I think this is like a party island, or island where people are at their resorts or at their beach bungalows, as opposed to out in the town. Naxos has a little bit more of a cosmopolitan energy. But let's try this Nissos beer right over here. This is a Greek island style Pilsner, 5% alcohol. Almost all the beers in Greece are 5%. I love this beer. This is one of the better beers I've had. A lot of their Greek beers use hops, but the hops just taste different. Someone told me that hops are they're GMO free, so they are not genetically modified hops. Yamas. Hello Colleen, hello Linda. Paros is fabulous at night. Okay, let's see. I'm here until 10 p.m. so maybe I'll see a little bit of the nightlife. You found the main town, says Linda? Yeah, I am in the main town, yeah. The port, it's right by the port. I did it in the live video. I was just lost for like the first 10 minutes. Miss Greece, yes, love food, says Marguerite. Good evening, everyone, says Adriana. Hey, good evening. Ariel's on the seafood diet. You know, I've been having a lot of meat. Nabu says Paros, not Paris. Oh, did it auto-correct me in the title? I'll fix that later. But yeah, it's not Paris. It auto-corrects when reading Paros. Alright, I'm excited to dig in. What should I try first? This massive plate of food. Let's try the fava beans. Mmm. Good fava beans. I like it. Yeah, nice, soft. Let's try the octopus though. That's what I'm most excited about. Here, look at that. Ooh, look at that octopus. Oh wow. Mmm. Oh, that's an octopus. Oh, that octopus, this for some reason is super soft. I'm not sure what they did. I'm not sure how they get their octopus soft. I know in Japan they massage the octopus. I'm not sure if they do that here. Maybe they left it out to dry, but somehow this octopus is so tender. Must be, you know, there's an amazing movie called My Octopus Teacher. I think this is my octopus yoga teacher. This octopus was into yoga. It's so tender and soft. Mmm. Oh my. Wow. All right, let's try this white thing. I'm not sure what this is. Oh, it's like a baba ganoush. Like the Greek version of an eggplant mash. I've never been the biggest fan of baba ganoush, but it's pretty good. Some beetroot right over here. Mmm. Oh, that is amazing. Great fresh beetroot. Let's try this fish. Guess this fish, I have no idea. Nebu says that's like a cheese. Yeah, it's like a cheese, but it's funky. Guess this fish. Mmm. Mmm. This is mackerel. Mmm. Strong. Very funky. Combined with this funky baba ganoush cheese type of thing. Mmm. Oh my god, they brought up the funk. This is funkier than a James Brown song. Let's try some anchovies. Mmm. Oh yeah. Mmm. Oh, those are some good anchovies. Wow. Those are some very good anchovies. Let me show it to you before I continue diving in. Wow. So the octopus impresses me deeply. I think I have a connection with this octopus. And then we have the mackerels, the anchovies. Mackerels are super funky. They're dried. The anchovies are really good. They taste, yeah, pretty fresh. We have this thing, which I'm not sure what this is called. And then the fava beans, pretty good. Very light in flavor. It might need some salt. Or it combines well with the more funkier fishes. And then the beetroot is super fresh. Now let me try these two. This is rice wrapped with grape leaves, wine grape leaves. It's really good. This is found in many parts of the Mediterranean. A lot of these foods you'll find all around the Mediterranean. But of course they all have their Greek style. And this is a zucchini patty. I wish there were more here. I could order more if I want to, but these are delicious. Let's see if this one's as delicious. Linda says vine leaves. Thank you so much. Vine leaves. Hey, Nicole. Nice to see you here. Welcome. Vine leaves. I gotta pace myself with these because there's a lot of food. Mmm. Mmm. Oh, wow. These are great domades. Really good. Wow. Really fresh and flavorful. I think I'm gonna need some lemon for all this food, all this fish. That is amazing. Oh my God. Now, one thing I really think is the best in Greece, similar to Italy, but Italy does not serve that many raw tomatoes. But here it's commonplace. Oh wow. In Greek they're called dormas. You know, I keep getting different responses. Yeah, Chatty, thank you so much. I called them dolmas and I got a few people very angry in the comments saying, that's the Turkish word. And I called them domades and people have said the opposite. Now for the zucchini patty. Look at all the olive oil they used on this zucchini patty. That's some good zucchini. Mm. 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 Wow. Okay, everything here is amazing. I'm really enjoying it. Cucumbers are also underrated. Mm. Mm. Susie says this is a fish feast. It truly is a fish feast. Raw tomatoes is where it's at, says Dave. Yeah, I'm not sure. The Italians need to start serving more raw tomatoes. It's so good, truly. All right, so feel free to ask me any questions as I continue biting into this food. This is all amazing. I'm just gonna dig in. Jer says, Greek life is life-changing. Stephanie says, yes, it's domades. Yeah, I'm not sure why there's so much conflict. You know, these two cultures really are close. Because Greece was under 400 years of occupation from the Ottoman Turks. So there's a lot here. But the relationship is so strong, explosive. There's a lot of, one side wants control of the Aegean, the other side resents the control that the Ottoman Turks have had on Greece. So you have, they butt heads quite a lot. And despite the things that they share, still butting heads. So that's why it's very interesting to see even the differences of how things are called. Some people think they're called one way, some people think they're called the other way. Linda says, sitting in a rainy Dublin watching this, I'm so jealous. I have to get back to Paros sometime. Do you find some good, somewhere good to stay on the island? No, I'm staying on the island of Naxos. I'm not too impressed with Paros. Let me know what you liked about it. I'm very curious. The main area it seems pretty dead during the day. Naxos has a little bit more life during the day. Naxos also filled up with more families, more people from Greece. I kind of get a more wholesome vibe from Naxos. Here, I'm not entirely sure what to make of Paros. What is the food you're eating right now, Sebastian? A massive meze platter. Octopus, mackerel, anchovies, fava beans, a lot of things. Paros is a great nightlife city. Okay, yeah, I think that's why. I think Paros. They didn't give me a knife. Susie says huge tomatoes. Sanchi Bomb says, still watching your Athens videos. Glad you're enjoying your time in Greece. I really am. Someone left a kind comment. Let me go back. Chatty says my Greek ex-BF says they were called domos. I don't know. Greek food is delicious of Levantine origin. Yeah, there's a lot of similarities with other parts of the Mediterranean. Maureen says, love your experiencing of travel. Thanks for showing yourself on your sword for us by doing Greek islands in the August. But your attitude always finds the relaxed. Yeah, I don't get too... I've traveled so much, I don't get too caught up with the stress of travel, luckily. But I can understand the pain points for people when they travel. The more I traveled, the more I realized. It became very clear to me in terms of going to the beach. So one of the reasons I was hesitant to really go to beaches anywhere is because, okay, I'll tell you an even better way of saying it. I was invited by my friend Evan to join him at the beach with his kids for a dip after we explore the Peloponnese. And he told me this the night before, so we were gonna meet the morning, and I was already stressing out. I was like, oh my God, I'm going to need a towel. I'm going to need a good bathing trunks, a shirt, maybe 2 shirts, so one will get wet and I have to replace it. I'll have to somehow have a good book bag so my belongings would be safe. Maybe I can leave my stuff in this car. Maybe there's someone watching it. Are we gonna have some sunshade? Is the water going to be clean? Is the sand going to be okay? I was just stressing, how am I going to dry off? Is it okay to go into the car a bit sandy? There was so much I was stressing about. And I usually don't feel that stress with other aspects of travel. When it comes to exploring, going to a day trip like Paros, or going to some historical landmark that's off the beaten path and outside of the city. I don't feel too much stress with that. Or trying to catch a bus to a nearby town or a train to another city. But when it came to the beach, I felt that stress and immediately clicked to me. And I realized the way I'm feeling the stress about going to the beach is the same way people feel stress about many of the other aspects of travel that I show in my videos. So in my videos, you see me fairly easily taking the train to another city, like in the UK. I just went from Manchester to Sheffield spontaneously one day. I went to Florence to Venice, and then Venice to Friuli spontaneously. I didn't really think about those things too much. But I realized people who might not travel too often or might have other concerns will find that stressing and kind of overwhelming. They start thinking about how they're going to do this and do that and do this and do that. And then it just becomes overwhelming. You just kind of don't want to do it. You have to just do it. For me, I just went to the beach, to Agios Prokopikos in Naxos. I didn't get to go to the beach with Evan because it was a long day and we got back to Pica to see it pretty late. But I just went to the beach in Naxos and I found that it wasn't too bad. And then B, realize that especially in countries like Greece, and this is the case in New York City, for other things, Paris, London, many of the places I've had the privilege to visit, they're very easy countries. You don't need to worry. In New York, you don't need to worry about directions or how you're gonna get to a place. How you get to Brooklyn or Queens, or you get to the museum. You don't need to worry because generally everything's open. Generally everything's easy to get to. You have subway, you have taxi, you have Uber, you have Lyft, you have buses, you have a whole host of transportation options. And then you don't have to worry about food in cities like New York or London because things are open pretty late. There's street food, there's fast food, there's all types of food. If you're vegetarian or vegan, you'll find food for that. It's very easy. Some countries are a little bit harder than others. But generally, most countries are in Europe, and at least the major cities in North America are very easy. Things will figure out themselves. So it's better not to stress out too much about it. And it's easier said than done. So that's why I recommend step 1, which is just do it. Like the Nike commercial. Nicole says, that's unfortunately the case. I constantly remind my friends, the barriers are only in your head. Yeah, the barriers are only in your head. Hey, great to be back watching one of your live videos. I haven't been able to watch in a while. Oh, well, yeah, I'm so glad you're watching. Jer says, very true, Ariel. People stress out a lot about the small things when traveling. You're supposed to be worry-free on a vacation. You are. Of course, it's easier said than done because anxiety is a natural part of our lives. So sometimes, and some more than others, we worry about things. But don't worry about worrying. If you worry about something, just do it. Don't be reckless, of course. Don't put yourself in a dangerous position. But just do it. If you're gonna get a little bit dirty at the beach, do it. If you're gonna get a bit lost in London or Naples or New York City, just do it. If you're gonna be a little bit late eating, or you might not know where you're gonna eat, just do it. If you don't know what the best place is to eat and you're afraid of just walking around and going to the first place you see, just do it. Just do it. You'll generally be okay. If you're worried about this bus going to this town, just do it. Generally, you'll have some option potentially to take a taxi back. Just do it. I'm gonna have a lot of omega-3s with this meal. Look at those views. Tanya says, yeah, you're back. You know, I was contemplating to explore more Paros, but things are too far away. I would have to rent an ATV or some type of vehicle. And I don't have too much time, so I don't feel like really going out of my way to rent something. So food is the second best thing to do. Tanya says, yeah, you're back. I am indeed back. Norma says, are you ever thinking of coming to Las Vegas, Nevada? I would love you to do so. I've been to Las Vegas twice with family before. I would love to go back. To announce it. But I'll tell you this, you'll see more Greek islands. You'll see some extremely touristy ones, and you'll see some off the beaten path ones. Service permitting. Am I still live on YouTube? Oh, I am. I've recently been to Rome and Venice. Everything was amazing. That said, Ariel, you're probably having fish roe salad. Oh, this is fish roe. Ah, thank you, Panajotis. This is fish roe salad. Wow, no wonder it's a bit fishy, funky. I thought it was eggplant salad. You know, all the omega-3s up in here. Every omega-3 that I've ever wanted. I'm about to run out of octopus and I'm sad. So many of these ferries. I think this ferry is going to Paros. Thomas says, how about some ouzo? Ouzo is better shared. So when I meet some wonderful Greek people on the islands and I could do a live video, you'll see it. Tanya! Tanya is sending over 10 Canadians to help out with the meal. Thank you so much, Tanya, for the wonderful group of Canadians you're sending over. Thank you so much. 10 Canadians across the Atlantic, over here, into the Mediterranean Sea, to Greece, to enjoy some good food. I appreciate that, Tanya. Thank you so much for the super chat. The water and sky is stunning. Oh, yes it is. Ooh, that's bright. But yes it is. Have you ever been to Lake Garda? No, I have not been to Lake Garda. I was very tempted to go, but I didn't have time when I went to Milan last time. How about, oh, I already said that. Do they have fried fish here? Yeah, you'll find fried fish. Not as fried as Puerto Rico. They fry it differently. I gotta find out how to explain it, but they fry it differently. It doesn't have as much breading as Puerto Rican fried fish. Zucchini patties are the best thing ever. Wow. Is fried calamari popular here? I'm under the assumption that fried calamari is more popular because of Greek American cuisine. Because I see it here, but I see it in like very touristy restaurants. I've not seen too many traditional taverns or places where I see a lot of locals. That has been my impression thus far, but I'm not 100% sure. So if anyone knows, do let me know what's the status with calamari. I wouldn't have calamari personally. It's too much. It's a lot of food. It's very greasy. So I'd rather have more fresh food and like octopus and things like that. Some dormas. George says, just go to Pica. I think I am in Pica. And try a fish called guano. I haven't had the chance to try guano yet. Not sure where. Maybe there's someplace here that has it. I think I'm gonna be way too full after this. This is supposed to be a meal for two. But I'll keep that in mind. There's one place I'm going to show you. Crossing fingers as their cell phone reception. But I'll tell you this. It has some of the more interesting food of the Greek islands. It's a hidden wonder. That's a hint for anyone who's wondering where else am I going. Hey, UCF sends a $5 super chat. Thank you so much, UCF. UCF, thank you so much for being a mega urbanist. So excited to send you my postcards. I've been writing postcards in my bag over here. I have a huge stack of postcards I'm ready to send out. I'm gonna buy more here in Paros. So thank you so much for your super chat contribution. I love, I ate octopus in Japan. It was very tasty. I can imagine Japanese octopus being truly on another level. Greek food is more kind of comfort food. It's kind of more of a finger food. Not finger food, it's not the best way, but it's kind of food to share. Greek food, that's the style of cuisine here in Greece. It's not really too fancy as Japanese food probably it can get, or definitely like Italian food can get as well. Here it's a bit more of casual eating, and usually with a group of people. Steve says, what are you eating? Huge plate, meze, anchovies, fish roe salad, fava beans, cucumbers, tomatoes. Octopus is already gone. I'm so sad. That was the best part of this meal. Don't skip your veggies. They're the best here. Looks like a wonderful meal, says UCF. Yeah, it really is. Those beets are a superfood. Yeah, they are. Yeah. Turn a few years younger after eating these beets. You should try stifado. What's stifado? Do let me know. Jared says, this looks so healthy. I think it is. I got all the omega-3s, which is the compound that people love from fish, especially in the US. So much so that in the US, people take omega-3 supplements. I think it's good for like cholesterol and things like that, and for your skin. I think I could do anchovies, says Steve. Yeah, and Irene says that you're gonna love Chile. I can't wait to go to Chile at some point and try the seafood there. I heard great things about Chile, including from your family, Irene. Silvio from Brazil, welcome. I'm not sure how to say cheers in Brazilian, but salud might be. Feel free to ask me anything about Greece, about travel. Happy to answer any questions as we're chilling here, enjoying the views. What an amazing spot, says Tracy. It truly is an amazing spot. Lou says that octopus looked delicious. That's some good tomato. Wow. could play an accordion, but sometimes you gotta watch out. In Greece, you don't really have scams, but unfortunately, the kids, like the ones playing the accordion, tend to play pranks on people, both Greeks and tourists. They don't care. So do watch out. It might not be a scam per se, but they might be a bit annoying, which is a bit of a shame. Usually it's not done with the best intentions. And this is also very evident in Athens. Jared says, good travel tip. I don't like being bothered when eating. Yeah, me too. George says, it seems like you love Hellas, which is the Greek name for Greece. Yeah, I love it. Good travel tip, says George. Have you been to Scorpios? No, I have not been to Scorpios. I'm out of capacity. I just ate an entire aquarium. Have you encountered any cats in the islands? There's a lot of cats. Love the laid back vibe today. So relaxed way of watching this. Thank you. Oh, Catherine, I'm so happy. How's the weather? Is it ungodly hot here? No, it cooled down. It used to be 40 degrees Celsius, 104 degrees Fahrenheit in Athens. A little bit more than a week ago, 2 weeks ago. Now it's about 92, 93, 94 degrees Fahrenheit. Oh, I'm so full. Wow. I can't finish anymore. That's all I ate right there. Do you notice the Mediterranean countries have a similar way of life? I've mentioned this before. I haven't encountered too much of Mediterranean Spain, so maybe one day I'll encounter it. There are similarities, but there's also big differences. And this also includes Turkey. Turkey is a very different culture too, from Greek culture. And then I find Greeks to be very different from Italians. So I think there's pretty big differences. There's a general kind of ease of life, kind of taking it easy, not stressing, but there are differences. Looks beautiful and relaxing. It truly is beautiful and relaxing. And that's the cool thing here in Greece too. One does not get bothered too much. That kid is one of the few exceptions. Really here, it's not like in New York. This is one of the annoying things about New York City specifically. People bother you in the middle in the street. Unfortunately, people who are mentally ill screaming. They might scream at you, very negative things. When you're sitting down, especially if you're eating outdoors in New York, someone may stop you, ask you for money, or ask you for a cigarette, or scream at you as well, or be rude. And you know, I understand that people are in tough positions, but sometimes it's not so pleasant eating outside in New York, and then someone's asking you for money. And you may even give money, because this has happened to me, and the person screams at you, the person says something rude. It really doesn't matter. Of course, one gives without any expectation, but it does suck. It sucks when in New York City you have just people bothering you, and then you have people trying to stop you to sign things or to learn about something or to buy something in the middle of the street, like in Union Square, Times Square. Here, I've not encountered that, and it's awesome. And then in Italy, there's a lot of petty theft, but here, there's not really petty theft. I have not seen petty theft. Maybe in some parts of Athens, but I don't fear too much for my belongings as I do in Italy or in France. Jared says also random TikTokers stopping you for videos. That is a plague, excuse me, that has consumed New York City. That's for sure, yeah. Then you have people stopping you because they're making content. That's true. It hasn't happened to me too often, but yes, it does happen. And then people wanting to give you their rap CDs, people wanting to see them, forcing you to see their breakdancing show in the moving train. This is what I love about Greece. No one's bothering me here. I'm chilling. I'm relaxing. No one's really coming up to me, asking for something. I'm just chilling. No wonder people who are very top public figures come over here, because I can imagine even with the public figure, people are really not hounding you down either, because who's gonna hound you down here in the middle of Greece? Adriana says they can be aggressive too. Yes, in New York City they can, yeah. Jared says, I've encountered people who are mentally ill in other U.S. cities. Yeah, I encountered that in Seattle. A guy wanted to chase me down. I encountered that in Chicago as well. Boston, too. Yeah. Many U.S. cities. Not sure why that's not the case here. No Showtime dancers on the subway looking for donations. Yep. I haven't seen any Showtime here in Greece. I'd love to go here someday, says Dorinda. Yeah, it's amazing. Been researching the Onassis family for some time. Yeah, I'm very curious about Onassis. I don't know too much about him, Aristotle Onassis. But he definitely was an influential figure. He ended up installing Grace Kelly as the Princess of Monaco, in essence. And he married Jacqueline Kennedy. So that man is very interesting. I don't know too much about him. Panajota says, it's only encountered me once where a crazy person screamed at me or something like that. Yeah, Panajotas, yeah. Yeah, exactly. Like, I was in Kiparesia and in Peloponnese. I went to a few Greek islands, Naxos so far, and Kufunisia. No issues. JFK spent summers in Greece with Aristotle growing up. That's a bit weird. So Jacqueline Kennedy ended up marrying the guy that her husband used to hang out with? Like, I get it, but it's also a bit awkward. Oh, I don't know too much about that story. That's interesting. Ignoring them is the best. Even saying no or giving a gesture can make people angry, says Jer. That's definitely the case in the U.S. Here, you know, it doesn't matter. The kid was making fun of me because I was saying no here, but that's very rare. But yeah, in the U.S. is better to ignore someone. Steve says, keep it in the family, I guess. Yeah, I guess so. At least in the friendship circle. Someone chased down Action Kid live streaming once. I think it's happened to him like a few times, unfortunately, yeah. It's 66 degrees and cooler here in Kentwood, Michigan, says Michelle. Yeah. You know, a Greek was telling me about the immense beauty of the Midwest. And admittedly, as an American, I have not really heard too much about the Midwest. I only know about the accents. I only know about the movie Fargo. But I really don't know anything else about the Midwest. And this random Greek person I met, who's in the documentary, was telling me that he dreams of going to the Midwest of the U.S. because he's heard that it's some of the most beautiful landscapes in North America. And that many of the Scandinavians that move there, they thrive because it looked to them very similar to Scandinavia. So I found that very interesting. Here's a ferry passing by. Does Greek olives have a different taste than Italian olives? Yes, Carol. I don't know how to describe it. I gotta have way more olives in Italy, but olives out here are way more prevalent than they are in Italy. Here's way more common to eat a lot of olives. I think this might be going to Athens. Yeah, this one's probably going to Athens. Are they firmer? Catherine, they are softer, I think would be the best way to describe them. There's a variety of olives here. You can have basically any type of preparation, from hard to very soft, from very salty to very sweet, from very bitter to more neutral. But the olives here have a lot of flavor and they're not too acidic. Reminds you of the Circle Line in the New York City Ferry, or the Circle Line. Yeah, it is very nice. Yes, this goes to Athens, Panagiotis. How do you know, Panagiotis? How do you know? Well, I kind of know because there's no earlier ferry I can take back to Naxos. I'm kind of stuck here until 10 p.m. And I say stuck because I don't feel like there's that much for me here to do in Paros. Like, I can explore by vehicle, but I can't really explore by foot. Not a fan of Greek olives soaked in oil, says Catherine. Yeah, almost every Greek olive. Oh, Greek olives don't need to be soaked in oil. No, they're usually brined. Panagiotis says, I know from the companies, they do specific routes. Oh, cool, Panagiotis. Olive trees are banned in Phoenix unless they are fruitless. The pollen count is through the roof. Jared says, oh wow, 10 p.m. Yeah. Here for a very long while. Gotta embrace the true Greek lifestyle. The sun is now shining this way. Catherine says, do you have international driver's license? I do, yeah. Nicole says it would be interesting visiting an olive farm. It would be. Yeah, I gotta find if I can find one I can film. That would be cool. I'm not sure if the process is too interesting, but if someone is knowledgeable, then it could be very interesting. And is passionate about olive production. Eugene from the UK, welcome. Here we have another one. Wow, we got a lot of ferries coming in. Do you drive anywhere in Europe, Nicole? So far, no, I have not driven anywhere in Europe. But Najotis, where's this one going? Is this also an Athens one? That is a beautiful ferry. It's called the Champion Jet 1. Najotis says also to Athens. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, who wants to go to Athens? Who wants to go back? I'll go and come back by the time of my ferry. Colleen says, yeah, it's like in Cyprus. Colleen, oh yeah. This is going to Naxos? Jer says if I'm in would never use a car. In the Balkans, I think you'll need a car. Yeah, unfortunately. Panerita says this does go to Naxos. I wonder why they didn't give me the option to buy a ferry, this ferry back to Naxos. Nick says, I can hear the guy in the background not using nice language. Yeah, indeed. Okay, everyone, feel free to ask me any questions. Marine traffic has real-time information on these vessels. Oh, cool. Catherine, Bombi, nice to see you here. I watched an old movie called Shirley Valentine. A fed-up housewife goes to Greece. It's a good short movie. Ah, that's interesting. Shirley Valentine. All right, I think I might check it out. That's awesome. They thought you wanted to buy the entire ferry, says Ron. Maybe. Max says, living your best life. Indeed, I am living my best life. Do you have a favorite Greek beer? My favorite beer so far in Greece is Septum. S-E-P-T-U-M. Septum. Like a septum ring. The best beer. Their normal one. I forgot the exact name of their beer, but it's 4.5% alcohol. It's really good. It's light. It's delicious, flavorful, and highly recommended. You can find them in many craft beer shops in Athens. Restaurants a little bit more modern have them. Some of the classic taverns have them. So it's becoming more and more popular. And it's from a Greek island near the mainland. I'm not sure what the name is. Susie says, not an attractive name for a beer, septum. Septum is something else, right? It's also from the behind. No, that's sphincter. Don't call beer sphincter. That would be bad. I think septum is a bit more acceptable. But you do not want to call a beer sphincter. Oh, let me drink some sphincter beer. It goes to Naxos, but leaves at 1340, the latest. It leaves at 1340. Panajotis, it's already like 6 p.m. What is one thing as a seasoned traveler you appreciate most about slow travel? Which smaller areas of Greece are you impressed with by far the most? I was impressed by Kiparissia. It's a tiny little city in the Peloponnese. But if you have a car, you can really see some gorgeous places in the Peloponnese. I didn't have a car, but my friend Evan did, and he showed me around for 3 days. And as I mentioned, that will be a vlog. Some people ask me, do I have a new channel? No. I'm posting this on Urbanist. This will be a Urbanist video. I do make a variety of videos. This channel is not just lives or not just shorts. It's a combination: shorts, lives, documentaries, and vlogs. I just don't post too many vlogs, but this time I will. So stay tuned for that. And then I really appreciate about slow travel is immersing yourself into the culture is what matters to me the most. Oh, Pedrodrota says, yeah, that's what I meant. This goes to Athens and then comes back. Okay, all right, thank you so much, Pedrodrota. Are you also a morning commuter? Because you look like Ariel, says Bombi. Yes, Bombi. I am walking commuter? Got a new haircut? Esfiel says, you definitely look like Ariel. Yeah, I guess. Bobby, you're now bringing an existential question. Am I Ariel? Am I a commuter? Am I the walking commuter? Do I walk? Do I do urbanist things? Who am I? Bombi, now you got me really confused. I thought you were Dutch Ma, says Jer. Are we in is this Coney Island? Yeah. Oh. I thought it was in Greece. But no, maybe I'm in Coney Island. There's a cat. That's cool. The road gain is working, someone said. No comment. Susie says the game pretty deep. I just want another beer. At this rate, I think that'll be a smart thing. Oh, so Bombi's saying that there's a channel called Morning Commuter. I know only a Walking Commuter, and no, as far as I know, I'm the only Ariel who does live videos. I don't know of any other Ariel that does live videos, but maybe he's out there, or she, who knows. But no, my only channel is Urbanist, and on TikTok I'm Ariel Vieira, which is my name. Catherine says that was a tuxedo cat. It is a tuxedo cat, yeah. Give that cat some flea repellent. Yeah, I think that cat is scratching a lot. Has some fleas, unfortunately. Ooh, a lot of people got off the ship. Max says there's a guy who walks around New York City and narrates just as good as me. Who is this guy? Who is he? What's his name? What's his address? I will find him. I will take his channel down. No, I'm joking. Are you staying here for sunset? Sunset is like in 3 hours. But yes, I'll be in Paros for sunset. Maybe not here, but I'll be somewhere. Or maybe I'll be everywhere. To answer my question, just now, as I thought, you might have had a web series, and this was just you. This was just a live. Jennifer says you have a great personality. Thank you so much. It's all the Greek food. It has imbued me with interesting, sun-kissed personality. Chris says, I know you don't share plans, but I need plans for Asia. No, I don't have any plans so far for Asia, but I do want to go. I do want to go to Japan. I'm going to need a bigger budget for Japan. And I want to stay in Japan at least a month. SVL says, I have healthy, radiant skin. Oh, thank you so much. Susie says a Twitch streamer caused chaos in Union Square, New York City a few days ago. Indeed, he did. He was doing the giveaway and people started fighting and rioting and it became a gigantic ordeal. And Susie says, just like you used to do all the time, of course. Have you seen many African migrants in Greece and Italy? Not too many Africans, a few, not too many though in Greece. Way more Africans in Italy and in France, way more than France. But Italy, quite a lot. But south of France, there was a lot. In Greece, there was more Pakistanis, Bangladeshis, people from the Balkans. Probably the most ethnicity I can recognize. I feel like you need a year to explore all of Japan. It's impossible to explore all of Japan. Even there's a famous channel called Abroad in Japan, and he's nowhere near exploring all of Japan. But yeah, if I'm gonna spend that money to go to Japan, I'm gonna need at least enough budget to go for an entire month. And Japan is crazy expensive, so I wish it was a bit cheaper. Then I would go in a heartbeat, and then I would need some time to kind of get to know the culture and the a little bit, at least what I can, of the language, so I can make better videos. And I have a feeling that studying the tiny niche history of Tokyo might be a bit difficult, because I'm not too optimistic that a lot of those stories are converted into English, translated into English. Syrians too. Oh, yeah, you're right. There was a lot. I did see a lot of Syrians in Athens. It's weird because Syrians, some of them, just superficially can pass off as Greek. But if you see them, there's certain areas that there was a lot of them. Okay, it's getting way too sunny. Oof, I gotta move. But everyone, thank you so much for tuning in. This was a nice Greek meal here in beautiful Paros. I don't personally recommend Paros. I would recommend Naxos. It's an island where there's a little bit more life during the day. There's a little bit more things to do in the immediate port area, and then there's more buses and things available to explore more of the island. So I really do enjoy Naxos. Paros, it has a different vibe, and maybe the vibe is more for a nightlife, which I won't be able to experience myself, but I would recommend Naxos if you really want a good stay in a less famous Cycladian island. I'm gonna put up the name of this restaurant, which is quite a mouthful, but maybe you can screenshot it. Right here. That's the name. Cafe Poto, Cafe Potopol, Cafe Potopolio, Cafe Potopolio, Pinoclis, Cafe Potopolio, Pinoclis, Cafe Potopolio, Pinoclis. Try saying that 10 times over. Cafe Potopolio, Pinoclis. There we go. I am officially Greek. If I can pronounce that, I can do anything in Greek. I hope I pronounce it correctly. You should collaborate with Walking Commuter. He has 40K subscribers. It says Max Headroom. Oh, cool, yeah. I never managed to meet him, but he seems like a cool guy. Paros is famous for nightlife, dancing your ass off to shots. All right, maybe I'll do that. Hopefully the party starts a little bit earlier than when I leave. Could the party please start at 8? I would appreciate that. And then I can at least see something of Paros. Everyone, thank you so much for tuning in. Now the sun is beaming in my face. I'm gonna seek cover. Maybe have another beer or something like that. Enjoy Greek life. Everyone, keep being awesome. And always keep on exploring. Have a great day, everyone. Yes. Boom. Cue the music.